Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, how are you? It is your girl, Mrs. Ann, and I am the visionary of SMAC Talk, where SMAC stands for Sisters, Mothers, Aunts, and Cousins. And my mission is simply to affirm, confirm, mold, and motivate you to be all you were created to be. And my goal is to, and I also want to just encourage and support women by building trusting relationships throughout the globe. And I do this through events such as the annual SMAC Talk Huddle, which is coming up in December. And so that is the occasion for coming to you guys again tonight, is to talk about the fifth annual Smack Talk Huddle. And I am going to be presenting to you guys one of the speakers that is going to be at the Smack Talk Huddle this year. A very, very, very dear friend and sister of mine that I've known literally all of my life. And so we're going to be just coming to you for a few short minutes to talk about the huddle. And I do just want to share with you guys, the huddle started about 5 years ago, because it's the fifth annual. The huddle started 5 years ago with just a few friends of mine, coworkers. And so here we are 5 years later, kicking this thing off and having an amazing time in building a community of support for women through platforms, again, such as the annual Smack Talk Huddle. So with no further ado, I am going to present to you guys Mrs. Glenda Bell. Hello, Glenda. How are you?
Hey, Miss Ann, how are you this evening?
I am doing absolutely wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm glad to be on the show, and I'm glad to be one of the speakers for this year's Smack Talk. I'm
My
looking
camera
forward.
just totally died on me.
Did it?
Totally. But you know what? To God be the glory. I was ready. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. So we are just going to keep it going. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
There we go. Okay. Thank the Lord. I had this other camera going, right? And so
Right.
we just gonna kick the other Miss Ann on off the thing here, because she ain't doing us no good at all. So hold on just a second.
There you go.
There we go. There we go. So, Glenda, if you don't mind, if you would like to go ahead and just introduce yourself, tell people a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Sure. My name is Glenda Bell, and I've been a resident of Benton Harbor, Michigan all my life. I've come and gone, but I've always wound up right back here at home. And what I do is I'm a mother. I'm a mother of two children. I have a three grandchildren, ages ranging from 23 to 10. I'm a great grandmother. Oh, my phone was messing up. I'm a great grandmother to three beautiful little boys, ranging from ages 3 to 4 months old. I'm an entrepreneur. I have my own business. It's called
Yes.
Harbor City Transportation. I've been in business 3 years, and that actually was birthed for me driving for Uber and Lyft. I also manage a housing complex for seniors. I'm part of Atkins Village Senior Housing. It's the Second Baptist Ministry to house seniors 62 and over so that they can remain in their homes and live independently. I'm a
Awesome.
member of Refreshing Fountains Church of God in Christ, where my pastor is Bishop Melvin Burton. Hey, shout out to my Refreshing Fountains family.
Yes, yes.
And I'm just happy to be a part of Smack Talk.
Yes, and speaking of being a part of Smack Talk, I remember, I think it was the third annual Smack Talk Huddle. I think it was the third one that I had asked you if you could MC for me, and you were going to be taking your seniors on a trip, and you weren't going to be in town. I remember that, and
Right.
and so you ended up attending the fourth annual Smack Talk. No, I'm sorry, it was the second one, and you ended up attending the third annual Smack Talk Huddle.
Right,
What was that
right.
like for you attending the Smack Talk Huddle?
Well, I really didn't know what to expect. So, I knew some of the speakers and some of the people that attended I didn't know. And we did it on Zoom because we were still in the midst of COVID. And I really didn't know what to expect, but I found it so uplifting. Every speaker, we were able to gain a, a, a thought or something that we could use to carry on or to. It really ministered to me. I want to say
Mm-hmm.
each speaker said something that I could take away, and I wind up feeling totally uplifted. And I think that's part of your goal is
Yeah.
that we feel uplifted and changed and fired up and powerful, so that we can go out in the community and help our sisters, mothers, aunts, and cousins.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you so much for that. And I remember you had said that you weren't feeling well and you almost didn't come. And
Right? I
so,
had COVID, as a matter of fact. I found
yes,
out later.
yes, yes. And so, so in light of that, the fact that here you were sick, right? And but you were able to attend because it happened to be virtual. For somebody who is maybe they don't know anything about Smack Talk. Maybe they're like, what is this? You know, what is this all about? What would you say to that person if they said, well, I don't even know what it is? You know, what would you say to that person?
Sure, sure. I would say it's a spiritual revival of sorts. It's a group of women, sisters, mothers, aunts, and cousins, just like us, everyday people that have been through trials, but have overcome or still have a good word to spread or to give to someone else. It was uplifting to me. And I think if anyone who attends this fifth annual Smack Talk on December the 10th will be uplifted. You can't leave there the same. If you come with your hands open and your basket empty, I guarantee you it's going to be filled by the people that you will encounter at the event.
And that's most certainly the goal. As you stated, the goal is to uplift and encourage women. You know, as women, we are very catty. We can be very catty. And so and just in our community, one of the things that I have found in when the Lord gave me Smack Talk back in 2017, 2016, 17, one of the things that I found as I started to talk about it to other people was it's like people, if they're not a part of your clique, if they're not a part of your inner circle, they're not going to support. And so that is definitely the glass ceiling that I want to break as it relates to Smack Talk, because I think that what we're embarking upon as the world progresses is we're going to have to learn to lean and depend on one another.
Sure.
We're going to
Yeah.
have to learn to support one another. We cannot
Yeah.
have time to look at our sisters or our
So true.
mothers or our aunts or our cousins. We can't look at each other and say, well, I can't help her because I don't know her. She's not a part of my clique or whatever
Right.
the case may be. And so that's definitely, like I said, a glass ceiling that I want to shatter that thing, because one
Yeah.
of the things that I like, it runs through me. I can't help but to, if I know somebody that needs a word of encouragement, I can't help but to go to that
Right.
person and say, what is it that I can say, or what is it that I can do? And I don't need somebody to pat me on my back to do it. I don't need the accolades or anything like that. That's not my objective. And which is one of the reasons why, even when it comes to the huddle, tickets are so low, because it's not about me trying to earn money. I
Right.
want people to come together and be empowered, because we have a lot of single mothers in our city. We have a lot of girls, young girls, especially, they're
Yes.
working at fast food restaurants, and they're struggling to pay bills because there's a single parent
So true.
household. Like, there's just so many dynamics. We have young men that are being raised by single mothers, and these boys are growing up not knowing how to be men because the girls are young and they don't know how to parent these young boys. And
So
so,
true.
like, there's just so many different dynamics. And so we need the mothers, the aunts, to help the sisters and the cousins, right? And
Yes.
so
Yes.
just being able to come together as a community and to be able to uplift and encourage one another, that is so very important to me.
It is.
And
It is.
for those that have read my book and know my personal story, like if I had had more women in my life, maybe things would be different for me. But one thing is for certain and two things for sure. I love the life that God has given me. I don't take
Yeah.
anything from it. And so, but I just really want people to understand that the Smack Talk Huddle is not about a person. It's about a community. And so that being said, you touched on the fact that you took away from a little bit from each person that spoke at the huddle that you attended. You're going to be on the panel this year. And I
Yeah.
absolutely, every time you open your mouth to do something, I just remember as a kid growing up, like, oh, Glenda, so hard. Oh my God. And so I'm super excited because I know that you are an author, you're a writer, you are a lyricist, you're a poet. I know that you have this gift, with words and just even reading your Facebook post. Listen, if y'all don't know Glenda Bell, y'all need to go follow Glenda Bell because she will take a whole post about driving down the street and will teach a whole lesson and it will be hilarious.
To
Okay.
God be the
So
glory. Yes.
definitely follow Glenda Bell on Facebook. So what can we expect from you? We don't want the whole thing. If you want to hear what she got to say, you got to come to the huddle. So let me just plug this in. Go to www.mrsambay.com/events and get your ticket, okay? Because she's not going to tell you everything, just a little bit
Right.
nugget on what
Right.
to talk about.
Right. So, Miss Ann, you asked me to speak on a mother's worth. And I really toiled with that and prayed like, oh Lord, what I'm gonna say. But I will say that I'm gonna talk on sacrifice, the sacrifice of three women in my life. What they gave to me to help me to propel me to where I am today, to teach me about the love of God, to teach me about the love of community, to teach me about loving myself. And so I'm looking forward to talking about these three women, a mother's worth, the sacrifice.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be phenomenal. I cannot wait. And again, guys, with that being said, the second annual or the fifth annual Smack Talk Huddle is going to be held on Saturday, December the 10th at 10 a.m. Here in Benton Harbor. Get your tickets today. Again, go to www.mrsambay.com/events to get your ticket. And be on the lookout because we're going to be coming to you with some of the other speakers and just giving you guys a nugget on what's going to be talked about at the huddle. And you'll maybe hear from some of the other people that have attended the huddles. And so that being said, thank you guys for your support. Thank you for your love. And even thank you for those that hate. We hate it. We love it all because, it is what makes us who we are. Right. And so again, that being said, I just want you guys to have a peaceful and blessed night. And you guys know what to do. It's your girl, Mrs. Ann, here with Smack Talk. You know what to do.
Smack talk.
Good
See you
night.
there.
All righty. Thank you.